I get it, sis. You've literally tried every single diet and detox that is on the market. Total Life Changes, Herbalife, NutriBurst, ISOT, Keto, Paleo, to all still be stuck in the same position that you were when you started. But listen, in this video, I'm gonna share with you the real deal, no BS approach on how I was able to lose 35 pounds and keep it off for 5 years now. No fad diets, no starving myself, no spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on supplements and other meal plans. Just sustainable habits, and more importantly, the mindset shift that made the difference for me after years of struggling with my weight. So if you're done with the games and ready for a straightforward path to real long lasting results, stop what you're doing and tap in. Let's go. All right, let's talk real now. Y'all family, so I can be real with y'all. So before we even talk about the technicalities on what I did, we're gonna talk about this one thing. I decided to make a change. Story time. I have an extensive basketball resume. Like, I grew up all my life hooping, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my thing when I was coming up. I played ball all my life, right? As I'm coming up within my ball career, outside of the court, I ain't really have confidence like that, because when I used to look in the mirror, I used to not like what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, when my playing career was over with, I got into training. I used to look at myself, I'm like, yo, I need to look like I'm someone's trainer. Because at the time, I was still chubby when I first started my training career. I was chubby. So I decided May 15th of 2019 is when I made a vow to myself. I said, Jazz, I am going to transform myself and I am going to look like I am someone's trainer. I made a decision and I did not turn back. How am I going to be a coach, a trainer, a staple in a community when I don't even like what I see in the mirror? I decided to change right then and there. I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it, but I made a choice right there. I didn't make a choice. I decided that I was going to do something about it. So that's the number one thing. Look at where you at right now, and you have to make a decision to change your daily disciplines. Okay, so that's the number one thing. I decided to change. I made a vow to myself May 15th, 2019. All right, now we've established that. All right, so the second thing I dove in that weight room, baby. Resistance training. Okay? When I say I lived in that gym, my regimen, I started out working out 5 times a week, and I did this faithfully. When I say I was putting in work, listen fam, I put myself to work, okay? Like, it's crazy because, you know, coming up, you know, when you do cardio, you're gonna stay the same exact way. Like, you're not going to change your body composition. The proof is in the pudding. I was a professional ball player. Like, I hooped for a living. I hooped all of my life. But it was not until I got myself in that weight room and I got myself in that kitchen to where I totally changed my body composition. See, hooping ain't nothing but cardio. When I used to have my clients tell me, all right, coach, what kind of cardio do I need to do? I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to gain muscle. What kind of cardio do I need to do? Baby, get yourself in that weight room, because that's what's going to change your body composition. And the reason why I was able to transform my body is because I put everything in that weight room. Yeah, I was hooping too, but Monday through Friday, I lifted weights. I'm talking compound lifts. We talking squats, deadlifts, overhead press, bench press, incline press, decline press, push-ups, sit-ups, dips, lat pulls, okay, pull-ups, every single thing you can name. I put myself to work, okay? And that was how I was able to sculpt my body. Okay, I did that for, let me say, I started working out consistently May of 2019. I remember the day I saw myself. It was like October. I got out the shower. I get to flexing. I'm like, yo, listen, I ain't turned back since, man. I'm telling you, like, once I saw them results, I did not turn back. Do you hear me? So the second thing I did, okay, number one, I made a decision. Number two, I put myself to work in that gym, resistance training, 5 days a week. The third thing I did, I got myself in that kitchen. Oh my, what worked out well for me was doing 1 meal a day. Okay? I do not recommend this to beginners. Tap into this video right here is when I talked about 3 simple intermittent fasting techniques that you can implement as a beginner. But for me, I was already hip to, doing intermittent fasting. I just needed something a little bit more extensive. So I always heard about the 1 meal a day. So that's what I did. I would wake up, I would do a fasted workout. That's when I would get my weightlifting in. Then I would come back around 1, I would have me a smoothie. Okay. Now that protein smoothie, that lasted me, all the way throughout the evening. When I would go back to the gym and work on my clients, that shake will last me all the way up until I got back home, which was about 9 or 10 p.m. And then that's when I had my big meal. And back then, see, this was 2019. This was when I was still eating meat. So my staple meal, I would have 2 pieces of salmon. I would interchange between sweet potatoes or jasmine rice. I would have some sort of veggie on the plate, and I would have 2 corn tortillas. That was my staple plate, man. Every single day I did that consistently, man. And sure enough, in about 4 to 5 months, I looked myself in that mirror and I was actually proud of what I saw. And that was such an invigorating feeling. All your life to look at yourself in the mirror and not be proud of what you saw, to now admiring what you see, is, you feel so much better about yourself to be able to embody that self-control. You feel what I'm saying? The last thing I committed to, my formula to success: self-discipline plus consistency equals results. We can talk about all of the training in the world. We can talk about all the diets in the world. But if you don't embody the self-discipline to stay consistent, you can forget about the results. I'm gonna say that again. We can talk about all the diets in the world. We can talk about all the workout plans in the world. But if you don't have the self-discipline to stay consistent in whatever practice that you're doing, you can forget about the results. It goes back to number one. I made a decision. I made a decision to change my life. I made a decision to myself. I vowed to myself, I am going to look and feel like I am someone's trainer. I am going to harbor the respect off of first glance when somebody look at me. And that's what I sure enough did. Okay? See, most of this stuff is mindset. Because I can tell you exactly what to eat. I can tell you exactly what workout to do. But if you're not going to stay disciplined to be consistent in it, none of it's going to work. So that's the end of the video, family. That's exactly the formula that I stuck to. And I was able to lose that weight. But it's not only for the vanity. I was able to love who I saw again. It's deeper than the physical. I felt great about myself again, you know. And now me feeling great about myself, that transferred to everything else in my life. I started to make more money. I started to get more clients. I started to garner more respect when I go out. People starting to take double takes at me. Oh my gosh, I love your arms. I love your skin. Ooh, you just have this natural glow. Yes, because I worked hard for this. I put myself to work. I earned this. Okay, so if you're stuck in a position to where you just feel like you don't know what to do, number one, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to change your reality. This goes deeper than the physical. What is your why? Why do you want to change your position? Because if your why is not strong enough, then that will not sustain you. Listen, if I can do it, if I can totally transform my life mentally, physically, spiritually, I know for a fact that you can. It takes some soul searching, of course, but it's going to take you going within and not giving yourself a safety blanket. See, when I made that decision to change my life, I had to do that, because if not, my training business was not gonna succeed. I was my poster client. I had to make that change. I had to transform my life. I had to look like I was someone's trainer to garner the respect. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this video. Listen, if you found value in this video, go ahead and like it down below. And I also want you to comment down below if you have any challenges that you're going through right now within your weight loss journey, whether it be physical, mental, or spiritual. Type it in the comments down below. I want to hear your story, okay? And also, if you have any triumph stories within your journey, share them down below as well. We want to hear. And lastly, if you're seeking to become a part of a community of like-minded individuals who are seeking to mold themselves into their most healthiest version, mentally, physically, and spiritually, tap into the Soulful Healers, okay? I'm going to be doing coaching calls in there pretty soon, so just tap in. I'm going to put the link in the description and also in the comment section below. All right, it's your girl Jazz Avante, and I'm out. Love.